Faith is not about expedience. Faith, after all, is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. Upon entering Miss Elias's home in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, I couldn't help but notice a verse from the Bible taped to her wall. It looked old and faded. And she's about to tell you her story, her test of faith.
My name is Miss Elias, and I live at 436 Herkimer Street between Kingston and Albany. I've been living here for the past 19 years. And for the past 3 years have been the most miserable years of my life due to construction work that is being done adjacent to my home. And before they started to work, they took pictures of the entire building from basement, inside, outside. And there are pictures to prove that there were no cracks because they did submit such pictures to my attorney. But during the work process, I noticed that cracks started to appear in my home, and I would call them and I would show them, and they would just take pictures and move on, leave. And in the beginning, I was very nice to them because I was giving them utilities, light and water. But when I saw the cracks started to appear and they just was ignoring me, I just discontinued it. So many reports have been made to the Department of Buildings. I have them listed out every day, every call, every reference number, I have them listed. And the Department of Buildings, they just ignore me. They came about 2 or 3 times because my complaint went to the mayor's office. So when they went to the mayor's office, then I see they come and put a stop work order. And within a short space of time, you put stop work order rescind. And I was wondering, if you put a stop work order, it means there is some problem going on. So was the problem corrected? No. The owners at 438 Herkimer Street had me sign an agreement stating that they're going to fix, and my engineer lists out every step that has to be done. It was agreed upon during the process of the work that my engineer will come to see that it's being done for every phase, that they promise it has to be in harmony with what my engineer recommended. They never did it. They pretended to do it, but when the engineer came, when they claimed that they finished, and he came, he had them remove everything that they put, some plaster, whatever they put, and nothing was done. They left the walls bare. The foundation where they dig, they didn't underpin, they didn't show up my house, they didn't put up any crack monitors, they didn't do anything to protect my home. And I find it strange that the Department of Buildings would not order these people to do all these things because it's costly on my pocket. I had to be constantly having engineers come in, so we decided to go to court. We went to court in the Supreme Court, and the judge saw the pictures that was taken, and he was satisfied that this work has to stop. So as of last year, May or April, they could not work. The judge ordered a TRO, and it's still in effect.
Jeremy? Okay, this is what I was telling you about. The cover, but you see how we're touching the ceiling now? It was never like that. That is what I was telling you about. It was never like that. It wasn't kissing the roof like that.
That's crazy.
In a bag. So when I need anything, I know where to find it. Or nothing over here. Just a minute, I'm going to put up the engineer's report.
This was put in after the cease, like the request was put in to stop its full work.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. That's not a lot. That's not a little. That's a lot.
4 floors.
4 floors of beams.
Yeah. That beams there, that's why they leave the front looking normal. Nobody would see the beams from the street. But from in the back, you could see it.
Right, so this is the view of the back.
Yeah, the back.
Mm-hmm.
So why did the Department of Buildings not address this?
The Department of Buildings not addressing the beams that were put up after a judge declared a stop work order on the hazardous conditions jeopardizing the foundation of her property would only be the beginning of the grievances she is going to address with us.
Okay, you didn't get to see the inside up there, but these are the cracks when the engineer came. These are the same cracks that you just took, right?
Yeah.
But inside of the building on the other side, this is what the foundation looks like. So if you go through that, let me see.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pages there.
Can I get a close up?
You want that?
Wow, is that like a cut in the
All this is
joint?
supposed to be the foundation of my house. To the back. You see, if you go in by them, that is how you'll see my foundation looking.
Mhm.
That's why the house shift.
The frame is popped open.
Even this pop open.
Yeah.
I'll just knock it in, but you know.
Yeah, the
Nobody
whole.
will really be in this room.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure for
Yeah.
these cracks to just happen.
Happen, that's it. And the thing about
It's like somebody was pounding on the head of the house.
No, but they
you know?
told me in my
Yeah.
face, we would make sure that they condemn your property. And furthermore, it's the children in the daycare we're sorry for. The owner, he came up to me, pointed his finger right up. He didn't touch me, but close enough. Oh, you want to call the Department of Buildings on me? That would be the biggest mistake you ever make in your life. And furthermore, what you expect is construction and expect to get more cracks. So there was never apology, nothing. So they're fighting me a battle right through. They damaged my house so bad, and they're fighting me a battle. Look at
But for some reason, I see the Department of Buildings override that and give them permission to continue working. Now, my problem is that I never knew that the Department of Buildings had jurisdiction over the court, because I showed them, as a matter of fact, the community board took the decision from the judge. I gave them a copy and they sent it to the Department of Buildings, and the Department of Buildings specifically said that their entity operates different from the court. So whatever the court does doesn't stop them from giving a work permit. So that's where I'm at right now. But with my home still in jeopardy, I would like to know who is responsible for taking care of my home. The owner, when I spoke to him and asked him, I said, if you don't want to fix my house, could you please give me your insurance? He said, oh, no. My premium is going to go up. So I didn't have insurance. They refused to fix, and it's in the court. But being in the court is costing me a lot of money and a lot of time.
Thank you for calling 311. My name is Leanne. Are you looking to get some information about a stop work order?
Yes, that's correct.
What kind of information were you looking for exactly?
Basically, I'm calling on behalf of a neighbor. They went to court and actually got approved for a stop work order for their neighbor who was building in unsafe conditions, and it was jeopardizing the foundation of her home. So the judge approved it, and she got a stop work order. But she's documented the developer, who's been continuing construction. She's documented it in action. So I just wanted to get some advice on what she should do and why is that being allowed to happen.
Okay, so there is a stop work order in effect, and they're basically working anyway?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
This is so basically Miss Elias is, filmed them in action, still working past not only the stop work order, but the Department of Buildings coming to document and, validate that they were doing this. And now 311 is just telling me to call the same people who aren't holding the developers accountable. So we'll see what the next step is. I should be hearing from them in a day or two.
It seems to me they had no remorse, no apologies, no nothing. They're fighting me a dead-end fight with my own property. I'm living here 19 years, and they just came and they want to just obstruct everything. I want to know, please, from the Department of Buildings, why certain jurisdiction wasn't implemented in place. For instance, make sure that the people next door gave me their insurance. Number two, make sure that crack monitors were placed on my home, which I had to do personally after the crack started to. Then they had a right to shore up my house, and because they disturbed the dirt, they had a right to underpin. None of these things were done. The Department of Buildings ignored all of this. The steel, the 4 floors of steel that they have hide in there in the old existing building, that still has been there from March of 2015. As of November 2015, they still didn't have a permit for the steel. Even though the Department of Buildings, their engineer and other people came and saw the steel, nobody questioned it. Why is the steel up? You guys never had a permit. So those people need to be corrected rather than they being angry at me because I didn't do anything wrong. But they treated me as though I am the victim right now. I would like to know who is going to take care of my home. I am a senior and all my saving is going in the courts. With attorney's fee, engineer's fee, filing fees, the crack monitor fees, it's going all over. And these people are not doing anything to save my home.
Yeah, I would love to know the situation with the courts. The reason why they got the stop,
the TRO?
Yeah, the TRO is they were clearly in violation. The judge ruled in favor. Do you have any knowledge of how someone can continue constructing despite the court's order?
That is my big question. Okay. That's my question. I took the papers, that same judge's, the ruling from the judge to the Supreme Court last week. And when they read the order, they was like, and they're working, they couldn't understand with a report like this, why its work is still going on. And it was like nobody could come to a conclusive answer. What's going on? Everybody is appalled by what's going on with the Department of Buildings. They are not here to help people like me. No.
It sounds like there's
no structure in there. Because I remember last year I took copies of all the damages to the commissioner and I had a signed receipt because when they give the papers, they give me a receipt, they stamp it. So I know the commissioner already saw all the damages. The same damage the court saw, the commissioner saw it. So nobody tried to help. Nobody came to, hey, no, you can't continue working. The only way you could continue working, we got to be satisfied that this lady's house is safe. And nobody's doing that for me.
I couldn't for the life of me figure out why the one department that is in charge of making sure seedy developers that are destroying the homes of homeowners would ever fail to do the job that they're designated to do. But we asked Miss Elias if she had her suspicions.
By the gate is because somebody from the Department of Buildings, whose name I know right now, he came and took pictures and, but I know he came before and I didn't see nothing done. So I said, you know what? And I see they exchanging numbers and whatever I see was going on out there. So I said, I'm taking note of every time somebody came, and so I wanted to see his badge number, so I could say who came that day. That is the reason I was outside by the gate, inside my yard, but by the gate. And then the owner came out from his building, saw me by the gate. That is when he pointed his finger right up in my face. Oh, you want to call the Department of Buildings on me? That will be the biggest mistake you ever make in your life. So I don't know what the mistake is all about. You understand? And I did make a police report. I was advised by my attorney and other people. They said that's a threat to make a police report, and I did that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Did that.
Yeah.
And you know the name of
The owner?
of the Department of Engineer person that came that day?
For the Department of Buildings? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them
like that information.
No, because he know that I spoke out to him and I said, look, we're not supposed to be taking numbers and exchanging numbers. He said, oh, I have a business and we're just exchanging numbers so I could contact him.
That's fucking red.
I mean, I think putting his name out there might help.
No, I'm not going to put his name out there. No. This is America. This is a crooked country. This is a crooked country. I know who he is because I have his name. It was 2 of them came that day. 2.
Well, we would like to take down the names just to do research. We won't put it in the film or anything.
I'm not giving. Even the community board asked me for his name because you know why I wouldn't give his name? I blatantly let him know that I saw what he was doing. So anytime it get out, he will know it's me.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, I have to be careful. You know.
To go back to normal, what would be a good solution for you?
My solution right now, show me my house is safe. Number 1. Show me that the work that the engineer recommended to be done was done. It was inspected by my engineer because they could always claim that they did something in the back then I can't see, as they did the first time. That's what they did. They pretended it was done and it was never done. So they're not even truthful to the word. They're not even honest. They're not. So to me, they just want my house to collapse. And they might look to see, oh, let me see if she owing taxes. If she owing anything, we're going to pay them, we're going to get the property. That's what they want. They want this property. They want it real bad. But they're not going to get it. Came from God to me, it stays with me. It stays with me. By the grace of God, I ain't running. I'm not leaving here for nobody to take it over from me. That's it. Yes, so once they stabilize my home, safeguard, I feel safe in my home. That's 1. Number 2, they have to pay me for engineer's report, all the court appearances, all the filing fees. They have to pay me for the crack monitors you see on the wall. Every time the man comes to read, I got to pay him. They got to pay me for every penny that I spend, plus for punitive damages. They sued me for $350,000. Well, it will flip back right now. That's how it is. Because there is no need for them to be carrying on this for the past 3 years when they know to a fact, hey, let us just get this thing over with. Don't fight me like that. And all you know, all you did it. Because before they started to work, they had somebody come and take pictures of the entire house, inside and outside. And there is no way on those pictures they could prove until, look, those cracks were there before, look at them. They can't prove that. They can't. So what you hiding? Right? But the Department of Buildings need to step up. I don't know what is the purpose of the Department of Buildings. I do not know, but I wish somebody could tell me what is their main purpose. I thought the purpose was to see that homeowners are being safe and things are being done according to the law, but no, they're not doing it.
Comes the rain, making my skies cloudy again. There goes the tide, shows my heart burning alive. This was an old rodeo, and they long ago. Now it's a burning ring of fire, turning